Mind out when you come to the page with Raquel Welch on, Min. She's covered in marmalade, which makes a change.
Oh, I do hope Handel isn't going to be late. He doesn't know what Ina's like if you're late for the mission.
I was the wrath of God by Ina Sharples. Don't worry, Min. He won't mind if you don't go to the mission at all. He's everywhere, ain't he? It makes no odds to him.
Well, if Ina was here, she'd probably say that was blasphemy.
No, it's not. It's in the Bible, is that?
Yes, but Ina isn't everywhere. She's only in the mission. And me and Handel better get a move on.
Afternoon.
I'm not late, am I?
No, don't worry. God will probably overlook it, but apparently it's not his say-so.
Hey? Well, I would be better getting along.
Yes, I'm just ready.
Say one for me, will you?
There's not to stop you saying one for yourself.
Yes, Billy, why don't you come? Everybody's welcome. There's a big notice saying, any persuasion.
Yeah, well, I've...
Get a suit and tie. You've time now, but who knows about tomorrow? Ye know not the hour nor the day.
Oh, well, we'd better be going. You can follow on.
Yes, and remember the foolish virgin, young Billy. Mind on it.
Remember her? I've spent half my life looking for her.
Come again? Church?
Yeah, I said, why don't you come?
You, church?
Well, why sound so surprised? Why shouldn't I?
Don't seem the type to me.
Oh, is there a type, or did you think I was a dyed-in-the-wool sinner?
I don't know you well enough to say. Well, go on and good luck to you.
Well, why don't you come?
The last time I went to church, they were offering up human sacrifices.
Elsie's not much of a churchgoer, Mark.
Oh, well, at least I tried. How about you, Dad?
No, no, thank you.
No? Right. Well, see you later.
I never would have thought it.
It's Mother's influence.
Shiver the ashtray over, will you, love? 8 pages of flipping football. Give us the middle bit of your paper, will you?
I'm reading it.
It can't be. Not all of it.
Elsie, can we try and keep the papers in one piece for a change?
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Oh, yes, there is. I'm not daft.
Here, take the paper. Take all of it.
Don't mind about the paper. You've been like this ever since you got out of bed. Now, what's the matter?
You trying to tell me you don't know?
I don't flaming well know.
Well, I understand Len Fairclough was here alone with you yesterday.
Yeah. Well, he's been here lots of times. He's nearly worn a hole in the step the times he's been here. I've known him a long time.
Yes, so have I, remember? So have I. I know Len.
Well, what right have you... Who told you?
Well, Mark mentioned it.
Mark.
Apparently, he came home rather unexpectedly.
I didn't see him.
He said that, too.
And what else did he tell you?
He didn't feel like staying. He found it a bit embarrassing. Now, can you tell me what went on between you and Len Fairclough that made it so embarrassing for my son?
The little swine.
Trouble with you women is, you know, you're sex mad. It's not us fellas, it's you lot what's obsessed.
Get away.
Ah, well then tell me why you spend so much time and money painting yourselves up. Fellas on the brain.
You tell me why men's magazines are full of women in the altogether. You don't get pin-ups in women's magazines?
No, but they've always got one of them problem pages, didn't they?
How do you know? Do you read them?
Only at doctors when there's no tells. No, it's all you lot think about. I mean, you'd think you'd have a bit of sense when you reached a more mature age in life, but no, you're just as daft as ever.
Now, it may sound as if he's just rambling, but here we go again.
Look, take Minnie Colwell, for instance. Ever since that Garside fella come, she's taken leave of her senses, if she ever had any.
Scream.
And it's not only me, you know. It's Ina that's on about it as well. You ask her.
I will. I'll scream. I will.
Oh.
Don't do that. Love, it gives the house such a bad reputation. Lovey, would you give me a lift with some things back to Billy's room?
Have the decorators finished then?
Yes, goodness knows I've been standing over them.
Honest, the last couple of days, it's like a sinking galley. Talk about slave driving.
Well, we all know the British workman and his ways.
The British mum and all.
If you mean by that, Mrs. Turpin, that I only consider the best for my son, I'm proud to say that you are right.
Well, I know, and I know it goes much deeper than just having his room done, but it's a pity it's too late.
What's too late?
Well, I mean, I know you couldn't get him back here under your eye any faster than you have done, but, well, I think it's a case of the stable door, you know, from what I hear.
And what exactly do you hear?
Well, according to our Maggie, I mean, he was round there again last night.
You mean?
Yes, and I'm only telling you because I understand your concern, Mrs. Walker.
Yes, thank you very much, Mrs. Turpin. I wonder, would you take command here for me? I have a call to make, a social call.
Why do people around here love stirring it up? Now tell us to do on Sundays.
Oh, get off, United. He's got no chance. They want to do like Liverpool, start again with a load of fresh talent. Hello.
Ah, you heathen, what do you know?
How's my favourite abandoned lady? Get off. I got first choice of all abandoned ladies in this pub. Especially the good-looking ones. Well, stop yakking and buy her a drink. Who's your friend? Anything you want, love.
You can keep this up. I could get to like it. I'll have a large vodka and tonic.
2 pints of bitter, please, Betty.
Oh, a word in your ear.
Eh?
Too late.
Oh, Billy, you'll be glad to hear, love, that your room's ready.
Well, they've not finished it yet, have they?
Under my supervision, they've broken all records, so you can move in straight away.
Oh, yeah, but, what about the smell of paint? I bet it'll be left for a while to dry off, innit?
Oh, no, love, it's all been aired and freshened with one of those sprays. Just a gentle fragrance of lavender, so you can move in tonight.
Well, there's nothing I'd like better, but, the plaster, hadn't that be left for a day or two to dry off?
A day or two? Don't you want to return to your own home?
Oh, of course, but, well, my chest and a dump. I mean, you were always thinking of my chest, that's,
Yes,
what I
well,
was
we'll
thinking.
put an electric fire in. And if you think anything at all of the efforts I've been making
Oh, all
on
right,
your
Mum,
behalf...
I'll move back tonight.
Right, well, I'll make you better when I come back.
Right, where are you going?
I have a little business to attend to. Excuse me?
It's all right.
And we know what business that is, don't we?
Oh, why should I?
You have just seen going through that door the most terrifying thing in nature.
Oh, my mother?
A mother protecting her young. It was on telly. The most deadly instinct. Dead savage.
You are?
Your man has just gone round to have a little chat with your Irma. I put money on it.
Yeah, you're kidding.
I'm not.
No, love, like Lucille said. Instinct.
You're trying to tell me that you don't know that Len Fairclough is still carrying a torch for you?
That's his business. All I know that he's been the only thing on 2 legs that for years has given a damn about me. If you think I'm going to start avoiding him in the street
I don't
now...
want you avoiding him in the street.
Well,
Don't be
what
stupid.
do you want?
I want you to avoid bringing him back here behind my back for a little get-together.
Behind your back, what the flaming heck do you think we were doing?
I've no idea. Mark couldn't give me a description of it.
No, because there was nothing to describe, was there?
Look, it's not so important what was happening. It's the question that you brought me back.
What? You don't know, do you? All you've got is a suspicion like a little maggot turning around in your brain. And look what he's doing to you, and who planted it there?
Well, why should he lie about it?
And why should you believe him?
Because he's my son, remember?
Yeah, and don't some mothers have 'em?
How much was it, love?
A shilling and a sixpence. I think it went down there. I do, Bill.
Is that your sixpence?
That's it.
Hello, Mrs. Walker. What can I get you? Well, actually, I want to speak to Irma.
Oh, aye.
Well, here, love, let me do that.
I'm all ears.
I'd rather wait.
I'm sure it was a shilling. Must have rolled down there.
Ah, well, it will turn up. There you are.
Ah, bless you, Mrs. Clegg. I know it doesn't mean much to some folks. Ta very much.
Maggie, honestly, you don't want to be so soft. How do we know it was a shilling? What do you want, Mrs. Walker?
Well, it is a private matter.
Oh, well, I'll just see how my meat's getting on.
You're a liar. You've not got a joint in. Right, is it private enough now, or is it that hush-hush that even I've got to go out and all?
And it does happen to be your feelings I'm trying to spare.
Oh, aye.
Well, now, first of all, I never interfere in Billy's choice of friends.
Very wise.
But, of course, I do take an interest in any relationships that Billy may form.
Naturally.
I'm glad you see my point of view.
Oh, I do, but I don't see what you're getting at.
Now, come, Irma. I don't think that we need have any secrets, do you, dear? I mean, it hasn't escaped my notice that you and Billy have struck up a liaison.
Have we?
I don't think it would be too strong if I used the term courting.
Oh, has he told you? Oh, I like a lad what trusts his mother.
And, of course, I am the last person in the world to interfere.
Like you just said.
But when I see where my duty lies...
You're the first person in the world to interfere.
If I may speak plainly.
No, after you, I do feel a fool.
No, I insist.
You see, I've checked in my purse, and I'm not short after all. You see, I had 8 shilling when I come out, and it would have weighed on my conscience. So there's your shilling.
Tyler.
I'm sorry to make such a fuss.
It's all right. Thanks for being honest.
You'll tell Mrs. Clegg, won't you?
I will. Ta-ra, love. Oh, she's gone and left the chop town. Anyway, what was you saying?
Oh, yes. I was saying there are certain relationships which, looked at from a certain point of view...
Your point of view?
Well, mine, society's, the point of view of the common good, are doomed from the start.
Oh, do you mean like in Gone with the Wind?
No, dear. Like in so many marriages where there's a difference of faith, or a difference of race, or, of course, a difference of class, if you see what I mean.
Get you now, Mrs. Walker, but don't worry about it. I'll not hold it against Billy. I've got nothing against pubs, you know, except what they've done to me dad, like. Oh, yeah, love, you forgot this.
Oh, Ta, you know, I'd forget me head if it wasn't screwed on.
Are you sure it is?
I've saved Billy from a foolish match before this, you know, and he's lived to thank me for it.
Has he thanked you?
Yes, and you just remember this. When trouble occurs, it is always the woman who suffers. And if you had any sense in your head, my girl, you'd know I was doing this for your sake as well.
She's right, you know.
Hey?
It's always the woman what pays.
All right, we'll have him in here. You're so busy pointing the finger, you can point it at him. Oh, don't stand out in the cold, love, and you can have a grandstand seat for £5 a miss nout.
Really, Mrs. Tanner? And on a Sunday, too?
What the hell's
Glenn, come in a minute, will you?
What's the trouble?
Mark, that's the trouble. He's making nasty insinuations and Alan's believing them, and I want you to put him straight.
I don't get it. What's he going to do with
just
me?
come in a minute, will you?
Do you have to broadcast to the whole neighbourhood about it?
If need be. Now, Len's here. Ask him.
Look, ask him. Would someone mind telling me what's
God,
going
this
on?
is ridiculous.
It's more than that, but I don't care. Len's here right now. Now, ask him what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Alan seems to have some ideas.
Ideas about what?
All right. As I get it from Mark.
As you get it from Mark. Mark said that you came here behind his back, and by the time he got here, it was like a scene from old Calcutta. Now, just confirm that for
Well,
him.
it wasn't exactly what he said.
No, but it's near enough for what you think, and he planted it, didn't he?
Alan, mate, I came round here yesterday to talk to Elsie. I came straight back from Holland with a present for her. I come in, and she says, "Hello, Len, nice to see you." And she gives me a cup of tea and a kiss. And you're giving her a hard time because of that. I don't believe it, mate.
Then why should Mark find it so embarrassing?
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's his problem, but I thought you were old enough to know better.
If you want to know what I think the whole thing was done for one reason and one reason only, to stir it up, to pour in the poison. And it succeeded, hasn't it?
You can't defend yourself without attacking Mark, you know. Why should he want to stir it?
Ask him!
Either what Elsie says is true, what Mark says is true, or else he's got a very vivid imagination.
Yeah, and it's not the first of his sick little tricks either.
Now, what do you mean by that? What do you expect me to believe now?
I don't ask you to believe anything. I'm just telling you what to believe.
That he's a liar. My son. Or a nut.
Look, this is being blown up out of proportion.
Where are you going?
Out! Well, that's it, men. I think that's a lot. Although you might find the odd dead sock under the bed, but you know what that belongs to, don't you? And, thanks very much for having me.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. I'm only sorry that you're going.
Same here, man.
Well, anyway, it's a very nice way to get back to your own home.
Oh, I don't know. You're a great respecter of privacy, and that's something you don't get in your own home.
Well, you always know where you'll be welcome.
Good on you, Min.
Well, I don't know. I no sooner turn me back.
It's all right. Don't worry, Handel. This is the long, lingering farewell. I'm moving out.
You never.
Oh, yes, I am. The best man has won all them black looks and thinly disguised ins. I can't take it any longer. I'm cracking up.
Get on with it.
Oh, he's only pulling your leg out.
Oh, the resident Guzgog is moving out. But I'll tell you one thing. You do right by my lovely ear. You'll have me to reckon with. Right? If he steps out of line, love, you let me know, OK? See you. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Oh, I shall miss having him round. He's a very likeable young man.
Well, could a likeable, not quite a young man do anything to fill the gap? Now he's got the chance.
Yoo-hoo! Oh, I was just coming to see you.
Oh, don't tell me. My mum's had a chat with you.
Well, not exactly a chat, more like the first instalment of the riot act.
Well, you told her where to get off.
No, it was all I could do to keep my face straight.
Well, it may be a giggle to you, girl, but... Look, is there anyone in your place?
No.
Right, I think you ought to have a little confab and sort me mum out. Come on.
Right.
Hello. Hey, you know, I think I've been conned into playing football for the Tech. They're right down to 10 till I turned up. Ah. When's dinner?
Depends on when your father shows up, if he shows up.
Oh, where's he gone?
Out, that was what he said.
Oh, there hasn't been a row, has there?
Would it surprise you to think that there had been?
Well, no, he does get in a bit of a huff occasionally. That's probably all it is.
Would you like to know what it was all about?
No, I don't suppose it's got anything to do with me.
Suppose I said it had everything to do with you.
I don't follow.
You gave your father some very funny ideas about Len Fairclough being round here last night.
No, I never said
So
that.
I had to drag Len round here to tell Alan the truth. Now, do you think I like that idea? Do you?
No, I never
Well, now
mentioned
that
it.
I've told you what it's all about, will you tell me exactly what you're playing
I'm
at?
not playing at anything.
You had the two-faced cheek to get at me for not going to church and being all holy. And all the time you've been dropping poisonous ideas into Alan's mind. And it's not the only thing. Now, I'd like to know what you're getting at.
I really don't know what you mean.
What is it you're getting at? What do you want?
Maybe I want to see my father happy. Maybe I want that more than anybody.
Where are you going?
Like you said, out!
You knew this would happen, didn't you?
If Elsie can survive Dennis, she can get over this fella.
Yeah, but it's not the same, though, is it? You can take anything if it's your own son. You've got to. It's part of you. You know it and I know it.
But how do you know it? You're the only one with a lad that's turned out all right round here.
Pure luck, I suppose. He never had half the things he's supposed to have had, according to the boots.
Is it luck, though? I mean, I tried hard with our Stanley, you know. I mean, I really tried. I got my fingers burnt.
How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child.
I know that. That's Shakespeare.
Yeah, and things don't seem to have changed much since his time, do they?
Yeah, well, it isn't the first time. There's one or two accounts outstanding between me and my mother.
It's hard to take 'em serious sometimes, isn't it?
Oh, no. You weren't around when my mother met Jasmine, were you?
Was that the Chinese girl?
Yeah. That was the Chinese girl I was going to marry. Till my mother put the mockers on it.
Well, what was she like?
Jasmine? No, she was somewhat special. No, she's just great fun to be with. She was cool and at the same time warm. And boy, what a looker.
You still think about her?
Oh, you get over it, don't you? But I haven't forgotten what happened. You know, when my mother had finished with her, you couldn't see Jasmine for dust. Sorry, but which one of these do you want to...
Oh, come on, Billy. You didn't come round here just to play me records.
No. I came to work out a way how we can teach my mum a little lesson.
Dad, I never tried to do anything like that. It's just what Elsie says.
No, Mark. Since this morning, it's what I say, too. You understand?
No.
Do you know what's wrong with you, Mark?
Oh, you're not turning against me, too,
No,
are
I'm not
you?
turning against you. You've turned all of us against each other. It's called jealousy.
Oh, Dad, now, come
You
on.
may not understand it, but that's what it's called. A good old-fashioned word called jealousy. There might be a newfangled word for it invented by Mr. Freud, but it's the same old-fashioned jealousy, just the same.
Dad, just because Elsie doesn't like me
It isn't
very
a
much.
question of Elsie not liking you. You turned against her.
I haven't.
What's more, you tried to turn me against her. I couldn't believe it. I sat down and thought about it, and all became crystal clear. And by God, you nearly did it, too.
Yeah, well, all right, all right. First it was you and Mum, now it's you and Elsie, and it's going to be the same. Now, what about me, eh? Don't I count? Haven't I ever counted?
Mark, you don't understand this
No,
thing.
all I know is that from the moment you came here to the moment I walked in that door, I never heard a word from my father.
Well, whatever the rights and wrongs of that may be, and there are both, you're not going to solve anything by doing this kind of thing.
Last time I went to Liverpool, it was shut. Hey, look at the time.
Oh, and you've had me study a chatting. I should have been closed ages ago.
Well, will I see you later in the Rovers?
If that's an invitation. Yes.
Consider it to be an invitation.
Maggie, dear, do you happen to know where Billy is before his dinner's absolutely ruined?
Well, I've not seen him, really.
He's not with Irma, then?
Yes, I think he is. I think they went out for a run. I'm not sure.
You're not being very helpful, dear.
Sorry.
Oh, it is inconsiderate of him.
Oh, another mother. What's up with you?
I've just told a whopper.
You mean they didn't go that way?
No. They're still up, that way.
You devil, you.
That's all.
I mean, your mother seems to think that I've got you halfway to the altar or something.
Of course.
I mean, I'd no more marry you than the man on the moon.
You're breaking my heart. Give us a kiss. No, come on, stop messing about. We've got to think of some way of frightening the life out of my mother.
Hey, listen, Maggie's got some confetti downstairs. We could go in the Rovers tonight, holding hands and looking silly, you know, with all the confetti coming out of our hair.
Handing out bits of cake. We could even get old Ray to crack on even best man.
Oh, that's no good. She won't believe us, because not many people get married on Sundays.
Oh, well, perhaps it's just as well. She'd never forgive you anyway. No, it's got to be more subtle than that. It's got to be something that we don't actually have to give away. Hey, put a record on. Give us a bit of inspiration.
Come in, it's not locked.
Oh, Billy, I just thought I'd better tell you. Don't want to barge in, but your mother came in looking for you.
What, she's not
No,
still...
no. I told a fib. I told her you were out.
Oh, you little liar.
Well, I just thought I'd let you know, in case you slip up when she finally gets hold of you.
Oh, thanks, love, Ty.
Makes me feel like a proper conspirator.
Join the club.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, I've got it. It's fantastic.
What is?
It's too beautiful.
There's a very nasty little thought going on in there, isn't there?
Well, I'll leave you to him.
There's a very naughty little thought going on in here. Very naughty.
Where's Mark?
Well, like you and me, you went out.
You had your dinner?
No. But I have had a talk with Mark.
Oh. You might have turned the oven off. It'll be ruined. What's the matter with you?
Headache.
You're not the only one.
I said I'd had a talk with Mark.
Yes, I heard. Well, I suppose we can always have it cold tomorrow. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear what Mark said. I've had quite enough for one day.
Well, it's rather what I said to Mark. You're quite right, Elsie. He was trying to get at you.
Oh. So I'm not going round a twist.
Can we just talk about it and not have a row?
If you say so.
Look, you know now that I'm a jealous man. Well, Mark's jealous too. I don't pretend that you can understand what he was trying to do out there, but try to understand why he was trying to do it. I suppose it's one of his hang-ups.
Well, his hang-ups are not my responsibility.
Meaning that they're my fault?
Meaning whoever's fault it is, it's not my responsibility.
All right, Elsie, it's up to you. Do you want out of here?
No, it isn't. It's been up to me up to now, but now it's up to you. Look, it's your responsibility. Don't try and shove the decisions off onto me.
Do you want him out of here?
You make up your mind what's important to you. Make up your mind what you want to do and do it.
Can you resign in this game, Mr. Tatlock? I just can't seem to win today.
I wish you were playing for money. Hey, look, you don't mind if I give you a bit of advice? No. Now, don't put all your weight on your front foot. That's a bad mistake. And keep your elbow in. You don't mind me telling you?
No. Glad of the advice.
Right, I reckon if you were here any length of time, I'd make a good dart thrower out of you. But you've got a heck of a long way to go yet. Hey, wait a minute. Now, look, get all the at the back. Now then, go and throw now. There you are.
You still here? Haven't got home to go to?
I'm wondering that myself.
Hello, campers.
The only holiday maker around here is Uncle Leonard. Off to Holland again, would you believe?
I only came back for an emergency debate, after the strike.
Ah, well, that's what it's like, you see, when you're an international troubleshooter.
Trouble scooter, you mean? When the strike was on, where was he? 500 miles away.
I'm not there for the benefit of my health.
Well, it's not doing you any harm, is it? Honestly, you fellas, you have the life of Riley. What with Ken in New York and you in Holland.
Well, I haven't deserted you, darling. Anything you want,
How
anytime.
many times do I have to tell you about that?
Hey, look, if I was you, I'd get your head down because my Auntie Anna's after your blood.
There you
Is she good?
Home at last. I was beginning to think I'd never see you again. You weren't here for your dinner, you weren't here for your tea.
Can we go on the snug? Look, I've been out with Irma.
Yes, I see.
Well, you see, we had something to talk over. I had to see it, see.
Billy, goodness knows I'm not a snob, but if you had any sense, and I'm sure you have, you really would not bother to see that girl at all.
Look, please, Mama.
I know I'm only your mother and my advice doesn't mean anything, but you know what people are saying, don't you? They're saying that she's got her hooks into you.
Yes, I know. I should have finished with her before, I suppose.
Oh, Billy, have you seen the light of day? Have you finished with her? Is that why you went to see her?
No, Mum, not quite. I would have, but, well, it's not quite as simple as that. I can't finish with her now, Mum. Not now.